Hi everyone, I'm Mally, back to you with English grammar. Today I intend to teach conditionals. I've already taught conditional type 1. Well, you know that conditionals are sentences with two clauses. One clause expresses the condition, which is the if clause, if he invites me, and the other one expresses the result, which is called the result clause. I will, or I can, or I may, or might go to his party. Well, you can also reverse the order of the two clauses. You can say, I will go to his party if he invites me. But in case of putting the if clause after the main clause or the result clause, you wouldn't need to have a comma. Well, conditional type 1, if you remember, told you is used to express a possible action in the present and future. Imagine your friend is going to have a party and you're like, if he invites me, I will, or I can, or I may or might go to his party. Here you've got will, can, may, might, simple form of the verb, and here you've got simple present tense. In the if clause, you might even have present progressive tense. If it is raining now, let's stay home and not go out. You see, here we've got what? Simple present tense, and here we've got what? A suggestion. Well, in the result clause, you can have suggestions, you can have commands, orders, recommendations. Or take this one. If you've done reading the paper, in the if clause we've got present perfect tense, and here we've got what? Please pass it to me. You've got a request. So a conditional type 1, depending on the meaning you want to express, in if clause you might have simple present tense, present progressive tense, present perfect tense, and here you can have will, can, may, might, go, the simple form of the verb, or suggestions, recommendations, orders, commands, requests. That brings us to conditional type 2. Well, I told you conditional type 1 expresses possible actions in the present and future. But as conditional type 2, as for conditional type 2, well, it is used, or they are used in order to express something unreal in the present and future. Here's something possible in the present and future, and here's something unreal in the present and future. Here, in the regarding the first sentence, you didn't know whether your friend was going to invite you or not. So you were like, if he invites me, I will, or I can, or may or might go to his party. But here you know that your friend is not going to invite you, or he doesn't intend to invite you, or has invited everyone but you. So you would be like, if he invited me, which he's not going to invite me, or he hasn't, I would, I could, or might, plus the simple form of the verb, go to his party. Here you've got simple past, and here you've got would, could, might, plus the simple form of the verb. Or imagine it's raining, and you're like, if it weren't raining, we would, or could, or might go out. Here you've got past progressive, and here again you've got would, could, might, simple form of the verb. If it weren't raining, but it is raining, we would, could, might go out, but we are not going to go out. I mean, using would, could, might all depends on the meaning you want to express. Might expresses probability, could possibility, would intention. Now, that brings us to conditional type 3. Conditional type 3, type 3 is used to express something unreal in the past. This one is used to express something unreal in the present and future. But this one, conditional type 3, is used to express something unreal in the past. Imagine the party is over and you were not invited to the party. So you would be like, if he had invited me, but he didn't, I would, could, might. Yeah, you've got the simple form of the verb in case of conditional type 2, but in case of conditional type 3, you've got have a plus past participle. I would, could, might have gone to his party. But he didn't invite me, so I didn't go to his party. Well, now back to conditional type 1. If he invites me, I will, I can or may not go to his party. So I hope he invites me. Or I hope he can invite me. Or will shows willingness, intention, tendency, will invite me. Now, this one, if he invited me, I would, could, might go to his party, but he hasn't invited me, or is not going to invite me, so I'm not going to go to his party. So I wish he invited me, but he's not going to invite me, or he doesn't intend to invite me, or he hasn't invited me. Maybe he's willing to invite me, but he can't, so I wish he could invite me. Or maybe he's not willing to invite me, so I wish he would invite me. He did want to invite me. That's the meaning that this, conveys, would conveys here. Now take conditional type 3. If he had invited me, which he didn't, I would, could, might have gone to his party, and I didn't, because I was not invited. So I wish he had invited me, but he didn't, or could or would have invited me, but he didn't. So you say, again here, this structure talks about possible action in the present and future. This one, something unreal in the present and future. And this one, wish followed by a past participle, or could, would, have past participle, expresses something unreal in the past. Now, take this one. I hope I passed the exam, or I can pass the exam. Well, as you can see here, the subjects are the same, so in case of having the same subject in both clauses, you can use, infinitive form. You can say, I hope to pass the exam. Both of the same meaning. Now, I wish I could have stopped smoking. Here the subjects are the same. Is it possible to use infinitive in case of wish the same way as hope? No, because wish followed by full infinitive would have a different meaning or sense to it. I wish means I would like. I would like to speak to Mr. Smith. Would you show me to him? And the second thing you need to know is that when the subjects are the same, you cannot use would, because, as I told you, would indicates willingness, desire. So, you cannot say, I wish I were willing. When you say, I wish, this indicates that you're willing, but the point is you can't. That's why you're advised not to use would when the subjects are the same, or because it wouldn't make sense. That's it for today. I'll be waiting for your comments. Bye-bye.